All right, hey guys, crude oil. This is my video trade journal for Sunday, December 4th, 2022. Going to keep it super quick. So last month was an outside month in crude oil, which you can see here. It made a new high last month by 10 cents and then jammed everybody back down, broke the October low, and then it even broke the September low. And then it bounced back up, and then now, of course, we're starting an inside month. So currently it's an inside month. These technicals are pointed lower, so you could say the monthly is bearish, which you would expect after 5 months or whatever of this predominantly downside action. And then you look at the weekly, and last week was an outside week. So, of course, tonight will open somewhere up in here, and it will open as an inside week. And as long as you don't see a new high, then the shorts have a chance and the bears are alive. Look at the weekly technicals. They're still bearish. The thing I don't like for shorts on the weekly is this positive divergence on the price volume trend tool down here. The last week there was a positive divergence, but that's not really playing out. I mean, I guess you could say it is because it made a new high, but it came right back down. So we'll see what is going on here. It's mixed messages. So let's look at the daily. Daily is bearish. The net volume at the moment after Friday is bearish. I put a box around Friday's total range because I think that's just a prudent thing to do if you're a trader like me, a day trader. So here's that box. This is the box of Friday's range. And you can kind of see the structure here. I remember very well a couple weeks ago, it was like, well, is this 4? Because it kind of 3 up into 4, maybe. But then it kept coming. Okay, well, is this 4? Maybe. And then now it's up here. Well, is this 4? Maybe. And the structure, the way I was thinking of it, is like this, right? So once it kept going, so A, B, and then you just start looking for 1, 2s and start measuring stuff. And this kind of played out nicely as such. So I'm short. I shorted up here. I took off half after it started coming up on Friday morning. I took off half, and then I took the rest off. I took all of it off. I got an amazing entry, but I didn't like the way this was moving up. So I took it off. Then this is where the market is so devious and difficult. On this move down, like right after I took off my shorts. So then the market comes down and makes a new low and started ripping back up. So what I did is I built back into my short position, same size, which happened to be full size for me. So full size short, and my basis is now 81.49, which is not that great. So what I'm really thinking, this is just my own video trade journal. What I'm going to be looking for, first of all, the 4-hour chart, the technicals are, to me, it is possible, in spite of the fact that there's a positive divergence from last week, even on the 4-hour, there's a positive divergence on this same tool, the price volume trend tool. But in spite of that, this volume tool is crossed over, signaling there's some selling action. As I just showed you, the net volume on the daily chart on Friday is in negative territory. I mean, this stuff crisscrosses all the time. It's just a clue. I'm just saying that it is possible that the technicals on this 4-hour are about to give you some downside action. It's possible. Look at them. The MACD is just crossing over. The momentum is coming down. This volume tool signal to sell, which, on the 4-hour, can it do choppiness? Look, can this signal just give you a bunch of noise? Yeah, sure, of course. Of course it can. But it's pointing down right now on Friday on that drop, on that 4-hour candle. It triggered this signal. And the MACD is crossing. The RSI is right there at the center line. So the volume's coming down. There's some selling, obviously. So what is going to happen? I don't know. But what I don't like is on the shorter term technicals, it's bottoming. It is bouncing. What's interesting about these levels is, if you've been following me, I got this level on here, and it's incredible how price seems to interact with my levels at times. And especially this 80.35, 81.20. Let me just go back, because to me this is just crazy how it works. This is a 4-hour chart. If you go all the way back, you can see how many times price has been interacting with that 80.35, 81 level, 81.20 level, over and over again, going all the way back even into January of this year, where it first got rejected there, and then it got above it, back tested it, and then it's been off to the races. But even going all the way back into last October, price has been interacting with this level. And even it's gapped down and gapped up. Look here, gapped down. There was another place it gapped down around that right here. Gapped up right over that level. And so here we are testing the bottom of that level, in an area that could very well be the beginning of a wonderful short trade. However, look, I don't know what's going to happen. So let me just try to find my fib. So on the 1-hour chart, this is what I'm going to be watching at the open tonight. It came down and retraced 382. This is linear. 382 hit the 382. Almost did a penny, is bouncing. And these technicals on the lower time frames are showing that, yeah, it's bouncing and it could allow for a greater bounce. But on the 1 hour all the way up, there are some indications that even though this is bouncing, it's possible this could be limited, just a short, small bounce coming up into these fibs. My basis is right at that 50% fib. So, dang, it's a tough game. But with this V-shaped crap right here, you can really see it a little more clearly on the 13-minute. When this came down, I made a new low and then bounced. I just pulled on my big boy pants and said, I'm not believing this. I'm not buying this. So I shorted up into there. And now we're down here and it's back testing this level, 80.35. So can it come back up into here? Sure, of course. This is, don't I forget what the origins of this level. So what would that be? 80.74. Let me get back to those fibs. Just 80.74. Yeah, so, if this gets contained by that 382, I'd be delighted if you get a bounce at the open. But if it starts coming up into here, man, that's just going to suck for shorts. And certainly you don't want to see it make any new highs. You just want to see this at some point. This isn't really a very good 3 waves down even. So you just want to see this come down. You don't want to see this bounce. And at least on this 1 hour chart and up, the technicals support the notion that it can definitely be it. And that could be the top, and you're getting the beginnings of a large decline. But why do I need to talk like that? Just look at the levels and watch the levels. I definitely don't want to see above 81.20. And I'd love for it to just modestly come up into here and then give a couple of candles like what you see over here, something impulsive to the downside, and then we'll measure for that. If this is a 1-2, we'll measure. If why even measure that now? There's not enough information here. But I'm short, and I'm going to be not excited if this keeps coming up. So we'll see. All right, good luck. See ya.